Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Tuesday, April 25th. It has been a very rainy day early. Rained almost up until noon, but it was a light rain. It wasn't any kind of heavy rain, which was decent. And I did a lot of running around today that I had to get done. And so I stopped at one of the local nurseries and I picked up 4 trees. I picked up 2 plum trees and 2 peach trees. So I think what I'm going to do with those, I believe that I'm going to plant them over in that area over there someplace. And I have my 1 cherry tree here, and then I got my 2 pear trees in this area here. My other cherry tree, which is over here, I believe what I'm going to do, because I talked to the guy that ran the nursery that I bought the trees from, and he said the trees, to help cross-pollinate, should be within like 15 to 20 feet of each other. So I think I'm going to dig this one up anyway, because the deer were eating the crap out of it last year. That's why it looks kind of decrepit. And I'm going to take that one, dig it up, and I'm going to bring it over here. And I think I'm going to plant it right over in this area here. So then it's, that's kind of close, but it'll be a good spot because it'll be where the deer are not going to come up, because the deer didn't touch this tree or the 2 pear trees last year at all. So I think I'm going to do that. I also did some more stone work today. I moved more stone. So what I did with that is I put some of it more here to make that longer so that that stays better. And as you can see, there's no water standing there anymore. And then I ended up coming over here. I put a little bit more over on the sides here, but then I filled in over here that needed some stone in that area. I did that, and then I added more stone through here up to that point. So I think that might be it for this area. The rest of that stone that's left, I probably will utilize in the driveway itself. And I think that'll be a good spot for it. And there's still a lot of stone left, believe it or not. And so I'll add that into the driveway in different spots. But so anyway, under this tarp here, finally, it was supposed to be yesterday, and then they called me yesterday and they said, is it okay if we deliver the panels tomorrow? And I was like, sure, because I had today off as well, so I didn't really care, it didn't matter. So they just delivered the panels. And I got them over here, and I got them under a tarp, and they're going to stay there until I get everything up, because like I said, I want to make sure I get something in place built first before I put the panels up, and then I'll get everything wired up and get that part added onto the system, which will be absolutely awesome. And I'm going to show you over here. It's much drier. There's no water at all in this area now. And even with a little bit of rain we had today, the daffodils are not in the middle of a water thing anymore. They're actually almost out of it altogether. So the water's definitely gone down, as you can see. And this just ends up being a low spot, because I've actually had, with everything that we've done, and we had dug into the hill and moving dirt, so when we put the house in, a lot of that dirt from where the house is ended up going on both sides of the driveway here and filling up in this whole area here. So this brought this up higher, because I know when we first got up here and in the spring, there would be a lot of water in this area here. Now there was none over here. It's all on the other side of the propane tank. That's still a lower area. So, like I said, I'm going to end up diverting that water down the road here. But I got my grape vines over here that we put in, and they're actually doing pretty good. They got some buds on them. And you can see this one here has got some buds on it already too. So they're growing. It just takes time. But it was a good day, productive anyway. Like I said, I ended up having to do a lot of running around today. So I didn't get a lot done here. I probably only did maybe 3 or 4 wheelbarrows full of stuff while I was waiting for the guy. He had called and said he was going to be here, and had an awesome neighbor because the guy couldn't bring his truck down our road. So I had my neighbor, he's got a pickup truck, and we went down and he loaded it into the back of his pickup truck, and then we got back here and I unloaded everything here. So I'm actually quite happy. The panels are here. Now it's just a matter of getting things squared away so that I can get them up and running. But we're going from having 1500 watts to 2500 watts, so it's going to make a big difference in what we're bringing in. Today wasn't bad. Now yesterday ended up being my record day. We brought in 5.4 kilowatt hours yesterday. It was like sunny all day long. It was beautiful. That is the most that I've ever brought in, ever. So I was like really happy. And oh, one of the other, I'll show you in a second when we come back out. So let me go in here and see what we're looking at. Today we've brought in 2.1 kilowatt hours. So, and they're still bringing in some right now. It's not really bringing in, it's 150 watts at the moment. But 2.1 on a rainy, overcast day is not horrible. But like I said, with the increase of solar panels, it's going to make a big difference of what we bring in every day. We started cleaning up. Eddie and I came out here and we cleaned up a lot of the crap that was over here and got that out of there. And a lot of that just got burnt because it was all crap. So that's better. And just working on, trying to get things more squared away. I want to organize and clean that area better, which I will. It's like I said, guys, it just takes time. I mean, it's I've had the last couple days off, and I just, I've been busy. I haven't been sitting on my butt, but I still got more that I want to get accomplished. Obviously, it's always something else. There's always something to do. I'm telling you that right now. The bugs have started coming out, so the bugs have been out a little bit, but they're not bad right now. But earlier today they were out a little bit, but that's part of it too. That's what happens. But we're getting there. Like I said, it's just things are going good. I'm real pleased with everything. We're making progress, and the homestead's going to be better. What I plan on doing is basically every year is adding at least 4 more fruit trees here. Figuring out where I'm going to put them is going to be the fun part. But if I can add 4 trees a year for the fruit trees, and that's why I went with the peach and the plum tree this year. And it's Santa Rose, plum, dwarf, and then the other one is a Shiro plum. And then my peach trees are, let's see, these are Finger Lakes hardy peach trees. Both of those were the same. I got the same on the peach trees, but yeah, I think it'll be really cool. It's like at some point down the road, so I say no bugs, and then I get a bug in my eye. We'll have a decent little orchard of fruit trees, and just keep adding on to it. And if we can do that every year, before you know it, we're going to have a bumper crop of all kinds of different varieties of things. And I think that's important to have too. Is that it's another step towards being as self-reliant as you possibly can be. And with trees, as long as you take care of them, they're going to take care of you. Apple trees, like I said, I have all the apple trees out front, the mature trees. I have to just continue to work on taking care of them. And then I had planted that one other apple tree here last year. Just throwing a different variety just for fun. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, like I said, now we have 4 different. Well, it's actually, with the cherry trees are the same and the peach trees are the same. But both of the plum trees are different. Both of the pear trees are different, and so there's a different variety of fruit that we're going to have coming in. And then once they get mature, it'll take a few years, but we'll be getting fruit in. And then we can start canning fruit and stuff like that too, which I think is really cool. And it's a nice thing to have, and it just helps everything overall. trying to be as self-sufficient as we possibly can be. I mean, like I said, I know I've talked about it in the past that down the road I plan on having, chickens and everything else as well, which we will definitely do that. But like I said, it's just that all takes time, and I'm trying to focus on getting some other things squared away right now. And as we get there, we'll just keep plugging along. But it's been a good day, a good productive couple of days, and I can't complain. And like I said, this over here in this area looks a lot better. So I'm happy about that too, because it was kind of looking junky and I didn't like that. And that bin right there, we use that for kindling, so that'll get reloaded up again this year. And we'll get there. We'll just keep plugging along at it. So anyway, guys, very productive day. Solar panels got here. So now we're going to be at 2,500 watts once I get everything hooked up. And that's exciting, because that's going to almost double what we have. And so we'll bring in a lot more power. I won't be saying 5.4. 5.4 will be a bad day. So, no, not really. But, it was exciting to get that much power in on one day, because like I said, that was our best day ever. But when we get the new panels hooked up and we're bringing in, that much more power, it's going to be 5.4 is going to be a normal on a sunny day or better. And that's going to be cool. So we'll get there. We'll just keep working at it. So anyway, guys, listen, remember, the most important thing is hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So make sure you tell people how you feel. And remember, guys, it's STD. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, as long as you work at it methodically, you're going to get there. Just even like with the stonework, I mean, I can't do it all at once anymore. I mean, it's I'm not 25, so I just do it as I can, and do a little bit. Like today, I just did probably 4 wheelbarrows full of stone today, and that was enough. I was like, okay, I've had enough. And but it'll a couple more days of doing that, and it'll be all spread out, and I'll be good to go. And I'm real happy how everything has turned out. So you'll get there. You got to just work at it, and that's what it's all about. So guys, listen, have a great night, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.